Charles Wambebe, Ogunyale, Gamaniel, Babatunde, and so on. It's Nigeria. We have time, I should stop. Is there any time? Alright? So, and it's not just patenting. We licensed this patent to an American company called ZM. They came to Guatemala and established this, and we were manufacturing the capsules. This happened to be the most potent sickle cell anemia management drug in the whole world. It's Nigeria. We have it. This is it. It was being prescribed. They did all the clinical trials. They are prescribing it in hospitals. We know it. At the lowest level, you know, from food and drinks to all these artifacts, we are everywhere. Even awards, international awards. It was a Nigerian Dr. Obaje that invented a blood recycling system. The first in the world. He got the World Intellectual Property Organization Award. Telemedicine, invented by our own space agency. They copied it from somewhere, but they perfected it. You can use this bag in a village and then use research facility, connect it to any teaching hospital, and the nurses there can be talking to doctors on screen, and you can be able to deliver healthcare facilities anywhere in Nigeria. We have it. I took 3 students, one from Ahmadu Bello University, one from Suka, one from Ibadan, to go and compete with their own technologies in Ethiopia. All African countries contest. You cannot believe it. The first, second, and third were all the 3 Nigerians. You get it? And if you think of the highest prize, Nobel Prize, you know this young man. No, that is young anymore. So Nigeria is also on that map. So Nigeria, in terms of technological bandwidth, we are everywhere. We are at the highest level, intermediate level, at the low level, we are everywhere. So when she puts her ranking, what was in my head is that, yes, those ranking might put Nigeria at 150 or whatever, but Nigeria actually can skyrocket to 2 because we have the infrastructure. We're not like the other countries that has to start. The only thing is the management, which we will see very quickly. Now, despite all this infrastructure and all the work, as a clear demonstration of Nigeria being Nigeria, still our people are suffering. This is how they take their children to school. Despite all this reverse engineering, we cannot. Even when they reach the school, this is how the schools are. In a country that has the potential to export timber products, we cannot make benches for our students in branch. This is how most Nigerians are actually drinking their water. It's not a secret. These are the engineers providing all farmers with farming tools. Whether you are in Bayelsa, or Port Harcourt, or Maiduguri, or Sokoto, these are the engineers. Everywhere you see is bush knife, is a hoe, and it is a spear, and so on. It has refused to change. That's why their production is still very, very primitive and backward. Processing is still by hand. At the last count, I counted that Nigeria has more than 150 professors in cassava technology. How to plant, what is the chemicals, how to process it and everything. But I can tell you, till today, cassava is still planted manually. It is still harvested manually. It is still processed manually. And even eaten manually. It has Our markets are still very, very primitive, despite all the technology. We can only generate this kind of jobs. When your communication sectors will come and all of us stand for it. We have the fastest growing communication sector. Blah, 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 blah. Go and ask all the networks in Nigeria. Ask them for me. Let any network show you one single PhD that they have generated. But they will tell you that we've generated 3 to 6 billion jobs. Okay? All the 3 to 6 million jobs are these people carrying cards, following you in your way. And then we have, how many? 70 or 90,000 or whatever these masks carrying this. Yes? Every single mask is imported into this country as a welded construction or as a module. It's only underlined. We don't manufacture them here. We boast that we have 110 active subscribers. If you summarize, I don't know, maybe 20%. So maybe like 80% are in handsets, the rest SIM cards are in iPads and so on and so forth. But all the handsets and all the iPads are imported with their batteries. The software is imported. So how are you celebrating success in an industry that you have no role? You know, this is, so even at this level, when we try so hard to now create the next level of jobs, you will hear people, Smeda, we have small industry. The small industry is plantain frying. It has not gone to the next level. Or vulcanizer. NDE will celebrate. We have created 200 vulcanizers in a day. Or tailoring. Smeda will say, we have done very well. We have reached out nearly 100,000 tailors, all using foreign sewing machines with imported textile material. These are serious things when you think about it. The issue is Nigeria. 1 minute, I will just drop the paper, you will get a copy of the soft copy and you go and digest it. Only problem with my paper is if you are not here, you will not know what the picture is. This summarizes what is happening in Nigeria. On one side, we have a knowledge system, as you can see. Many universities, they are in space, they are designed, many. On the other side, we have a huge market. Our technology has refused to cross. I call this the value of death for technology. Nigeria has a big value of death for technology. And I will just summarize by showing you how. The rest, it happened to me. So it's not like I'm telling a story. You see, this aerial photograph is Yola. This is my hometown. This is the primary school I went to. That's my father's house. And that was me. When I was 12 years old, I was in a secondary school. And then I went to University of Maiduguri. I studied agri engineering. I graduated with first class honors degree. You feel like, yeah, I have attained some. And then I got a scholarship. I went to Cranfield Institute of Technology in Bedford. This is the first problem for Nigeria. If you study the history of technological development of Japan, South Korea, India, China, even Vietnam now and so on, you will find that the country has a strategy. Whether it is your child that you are sponsoring with your money, or whether it is government scholarship, anybody leaving the country to go and study must go through minimum of 3 weeks orientation. You have to sit and say, hey, you are going to study economics. The kind of economics you want to go and do must be pro-India. So you must do this and that and that. Okay, thank you, you shake hands. You are studying chemical engineering, it must favor. Nigeria does not have that. We just went. Jumping up and then you just find yourself in London to study. You enjoy the team and then you move to the next level. And then you are in a fantastic. If you are unlucky, you have become a British boy from here. Because Britain has no time to change its education system because you are coming from Okada, invested country. No. So it's you who has to now recognize that you are in a good technology environment and you will take advantage of this technology environment in case you go back. This is the original problem of diaspora. They can't come back. It's not possible. Somebody went there to study mechatronics at the highest level. Where do you want him to go to? He should have studied something that he can come and do here. So, but for me, I was lucky. I was very strong-headed. Therefore, I said, no, these white people, I'm going to study granules. I never saw a pyramid, but I had the story that we had granule pyramid. It was this, but it disappeared. So important that it was on our Naira note. So I said, I'm going to study engineering to come and bring back granule pyramid. That was how I started. So each time I come to Nigeria, I spend all my time with the farmers, seeing what they do, learning from them, calculating and digesting the whole thing, turning it into engineering. This was me. I used to go to and talk to the farm. What happened to the pyramid? What were the white people doing? How are the Igbos buying their granules? Are you processing? I used to collect that information, see everything that they do, and I studied the crop, all the mechanical processes, and I invented a granule combine harvester. And I brought it to Nigeria. This was me. And I tested it to all the different varieties. I even had an opportunity to demonstrate it to Babangida. This is Professor Lake, Professor Bob Francois. You know? And I was very excited as a young engineer that, hey, I will be very famous. And this is marketable. It will move to industry. But I can tell you, that was it. This is a clear example of the value that I can tell you. 99% of technologies evolving in Nigeria drop like this. Why? Because Nigeria, these are the issues. We have a very weak industrial policy. We don't say, if we have seen a signal of something coming out of him, we will work with this until it becomes something. No. Our own is, if he starts, we will now start importing what can kill this one, and then it goes back to level 0. We don't have that. Secondly, Nigeria doesn't have a venture capital or technology risk funding system. There was nobody to give me 2 million naira to develop my granite combined harvester to the next level. There's no money anywhere to do that. Because they will just tell you, is it ready to use? Nigeria is on a consuming mode all the time. As long as you know, it has to be prototyped. You have to build it. You have to test it in the field. All this costs money, but there's no money to do that. And then we have very weak commercialization policy. We don't say turn it into IPR protected. If we have started and we are protecting it, any granite combined harvester coming from China or India, no more. We are going to use this, whether you like it or not. Who was it who was saying that the minister was encouraging use of local products? No, use products that you want to use must have the quality and the price. You can't force him to buy things. But the only way you can block it at the end, let him look everywhere, and the only thing available is this one. Yes. He will use it. You get it? We don't have that. And so on and so forth. So I think, it's a long paper. I will probably stop here, because unless maybe I just fly to the conclusions, madam, and then conclude in 1 minute. Yeah. I'll just show you this. So, in summary, you see that Nigeria has science, Nigeria has technology, as you have seen, and Nigeria has companies that are innovative. But the science is looking at a different direction. The technology is looking at a different direction. And the innovation. That is why in your own banks you will not see Nigeria supply. Not that we don't have. As one of you said, we don't want to promote because of those policies. Software is available, but they are looking at something else. They are not looking at the banks. It's not connected. And what we need to do is to turn the others using our policies. The forum like this. That is why I was excited to come and talk to her, because what she's trying to do with her team is to try to turn the hours. We must know that technology is available. We must evolve technology based on our science, and we should be innovating, and we have to continue pushing these circles until they overlap. This is the sweet spot for every country to develop. You must have a science, technology, and innovation system. In this area, all the bit of science here is turning into technology, and it is innovative, creating products that just for people. In America, these 3 circles are overlapped. You will not see any remainder. In Korea, the remainder is very small. In India, still they are struggling to get sure that they have a large overlap. You can measure this overlap. This is the index for industrialization. No one has come up with this measure yet. To measure your own quality of science at the rate at which it is changing to technology, your quality of technology, the rate at which it is becoming innovation. This index, and we are not measuring that at all. Very difficult to measure, but we are developing the tool in NOTAP, which is what we have done. So anyway, I think I have to a certain extent spoken. I have many things to say, but because of time, you are very, very busy people. I think you have gotten the gist. The gist is that if you want to make progress, this country is already a great country. It has, all of us, our disappointment is that you see the potential, even wherever you are, you will see the potential even around your tiny microcosm. And then you get disappointed. Why? You're always asking question why. The why is some of the solutions for the whys are here. So I will leave a copy with her, and it will not be emailed because it's heavy. I will give her a PDF with 4 slides on 1 page, and you can share it, you can look at the end, and you can make the best out of it. I thank you, madam, and I thank you.